Coming your way live from a top-secret location in Redondo Beach. You're listening to Aspel on the Esplanade on CHSR, HealthyLife.net radio.
As a service to our listeners, this program is for general information and entertainment purposes only. CHSR HealthyLife.net does not recommend, endorse, or object to the views, products, or topics expressed or discussed by show hosts or their guests. We suggest you always consult with your own personal, medical, financial, or legal advisor.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to HealthyLife.net. This is Steve Aspel, Aspel on the Esplanade, and I'm sitting here in a top-secret location in beautiful Redondo Beach, and it is a gorgeous day outside. We've had a little winter weather, and now we're back to being a beautiful Southern California city. Anyway, I really have, I'm looking forward to today's show because we've been gone for a few weeks, and I actually stumbled across a couple wonderful young guys. They're young to me anyway, and it's Jed Motley and Jack Maher. No, Maher. There we go. Got it right. Yeah. Commonly known or uncommonly known as Feed the Kitty. They're a band that plays around the South Bay, and they're quite popular. And I see them now and again at HT Grill and Mickey Finn's and where else. So anyway, welcome boys.
Thanks
and
for having
say
us.
Hi. So Jed, I'll go to you first. Where are you from?
I was born in Virginia and grew up in Arizona, and I've been out in California for about 15 years.
15 years. What brought you here?
Music.
Yeah. There you go. How about you, Jack?
Born in St. Louis, Missouri, lived in Meridian, Mississippi, Dallas, Texas, Boston, Massachusetts, and that's why I live here.
Because it's better weather.
You know it.
Nicer people. The whole thing's, Redondo Beach is a great place.
Hell of a city.
And you commonly, you're Feed the Kitty. Now, how'd you come up with a name called Feed the Kitty?
Jed, this is you, buddy.
I want you to tell me.
15 years ago, we were in Tucson, Arizona when we started this band, and our original lead singer came up with it. It was an entendre at the time,
right?
And it's taken on many, many meanings.
Yeah, well, I always get my different thoughts about it. Yeah, but I just tell my kids, my kids did ask me, my daughter, I said, let's give them a tip.
Yeah.
That's what it means to me
it's
anyway.
A poker term.
Daughters, it's a poker term, that's right. And but there's the three of you. Where's the other guy?
Poker term, I get it.
Poker term. I got that too, but I let it go. You have a drummer.
We do.
He's not here.
He's not. He has a job.
He has a real job?
An actual job.
Now, your job is just Feed the Kitty, right?
We're 6 nights a week somewhere. We play 300 shows a year. Last year was 308 shows.
How do you keep the energy level up for that?
I think it just takes stubbornness,
right.
A willingness to, not ever give up or get down about, playing a bar for 5 people, and the next night, you never know, it could be 175 people.
Well, yeah, we'll segue to that. What's it like playing to a bar with 5 people?
Some of those are my favorite shows because you can really get intimate with the crowd. You can start joking around with individual people.
Okay.
And by the end of the night, everybody's friends, and they're buying you drinks and tipping you. And
you're feeding the kitty.
They're feeding the kitty.
And giving you cocktails. How good is that? Okay. And you're not on commission to how many people are there. Well, if you don't draw people in, they don't want you back, right?
Well, that's true.
Okay.
But
We've built a nice following.
You got a good following.
In the
I know
South
you're.
Bay.
I'm ashamed to say that I'm usually outside at the fire pit at HT Grill when you're inside playing.
I don't blame you.
Not that I don't like the music, but it's nice weather outside, and I get to sneak my cigars. So what's your drummer's name?
John Shumway.
John Shumway. Is he from here?
He's from Arizona.
He is from Arizona.
Yeah.
We went to the University of Arizona together.
You did?
We met there in 95. We started the band in 99. And
you graduate from there?
We did. We both graduated. I got a finance degree, and John's got a marketing degree.
And what about you, Jack?
I went to Berkeley School of Music and got a music degree.
So you're actually using your degree?
I'm actually the only one using my degree.
Jed, are you the finance guy?
I am. In my own defense, we are running a small business. We're an LLC, and I'm taking care of all the
very true
ins and outs.
Okay, you're the business manager.
I am, and I book all the shows. We played 308 shows last year.
That's
2014.
Amazing. But you play for 5 or 6 hours a night?
It's 3 to 4.
3 to 4 normally.
Yep.
And that doesn't mean you're just there for 3 or 4 hours. You're setting up, tearing down, driving there, and everything like that, aren't you?
It's a 6-hour ordeal.
Yeah.
Okay, so you really couldn't have a real job at Northrop
You
Grumman.
could.
You could.
I did for a while, but why do that when you can do this?
So you're making money.
Making money.
You're professional musicians.
And you're living comfortably.
This last year, during the day, we've been in the studio recording an album, and that's taken up a lot of time.
You're doing your own music, too.
We are. We wrote it, recorded it, and we're about to sell it on iTunes in about a month.
Yeah, and you go through iTunes. You don't do your own DVD or CDs anymore?
We're going to print up some CDs, but our focus this year is really going to be to push this new music.
On iTunes?
On iTunes.
Okay.
Got to get on there and buy some 99-cent songs.
Yeah, because if people buy the CD, they just steal them anyway, don't they?
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll rip it and whatever. But,
Which would be great.
With iTunes, you can play a song live and tell somebody, hey, you can buy the song, and they can do it right from their phone.
So how long have you two been together in this Feed the Kitty?
It's been 11 years.
11 long years.
Well, for the listeners, I did have lunch with these two young men before, and Jed had a little dollop of something on his chin, and Jack wiped it off for him.
Well, no, I just informed him.
You really like my wife would.
You know, it's like we're a married couple.
You are a married couple.
Well, we see each other every day. We can finish each other's thoughts, and we never have sex.
That's perfect.
So.
Not true in the Aspel house, is it, Mrs. Aspel? But we don't see each other. We see each other every day.
There you go.
Yeah, but I got kids at home from college right now. That sex is out the window. But I'm impressed that you have no day jobs. That means you're really, like I said, living comfortably, making money. And you are going to continue to strive to make the radio airways until the day you drop.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what else can we do?
I don't know. You're telling me you're obviously not a finance guy. Really? So,
I mean, if your pool needs cleaning, maybe I could help you out.
Yeah, you can do that? Okay. Because I watched you follow me over here. You're not a very good driver. So tell me, you're making music now. You're making an album. You still call them albums, though, right?
We do. We're doing a full-length album. It's going to be 12 songs, and we're going to have an actual CD.
Actual CD, yeah. Okay. Oh, I have to buy it?
We won't be selling it at Tower Records? Or
no, not yet.
No.
You might.
Music Warehouse? No.
Do you have a name for the album yet?
It's called Where Does All the Time Go? And that's one of the tracks on the album.
Where does all the time go? Because you're 38 and you're seeing the end or something? Or?
Well, we're seeing 40.
You're seeing 40.
It's dead ahead.
Wait till you see 50, then 60. And my next stop is 70. Now we go by days, not by years. We're hoping to make 62 next month. So how would you describe your music?
We dabble.
Say great, but okay.
We dabble in all kinds of different styles. I'd say mainly rock and with a little country feel.
Which would be to a non-musical guy. I like music. I love music. I can't play a lick. But that would be the Eagles kind of music?
Okay.
Okay. Well, just tell me if I'm wrong. That's rock country. It used to be.
It's hard to say.
There is a little...
Jackson Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would say so.
It's very singer-songwriter oriented, with kind of a country twang to it.
Now you play the real guitar.
The real guitar.
You play the fake 4-stringer, right?
Yeah.
How come you don't play that 5-string like Phil Lesh does on the Grateful Dead?
Yeah, he's got a 6 or 7 string.
Yeah,
I just haven't gotten into the 5-string yet. I'm going to try to master the 4-string first.
Okay, master the 4-string. Is the bass one step above drummer?
It is, according to the females, I think.
Okay. Here, Jay Cruz is here. He's got his own show now, Backbeat Radio, and he's a bassist. So tell me, what's the name of that song again? I'm going to write it down.
Where Does All the Time Go?
What's the theme of that song?
Available on iTunes under Feed the Kitty.
Jack wrote that song a couple of years back. What is that about, Jack?
Oh, it's about getting older and how time seems to go much faster when you get older.
It does.
I hear people saying this little phrase all the time, too. And, they say the older we get, the faster time goes, and it's true.
Remember
it's not true, but it just seems that way.
It is true.
No, it's not.
It does.
You can measure time.
You can't measure time at all. When you're 20, waiting to be 21, it takes 10 years. Remember that? Or you're 15, waiting to get your driver's license, that takes 10 years. When you're 59 to be 60, it takes a week. Yeah, it just goes.
Yeah.
So. Oh, wait, we have a phone in from one of our councilmen.
Hey.
Well, it's Jeff Ginsburg on the line. Hey, Jeff.
Hey.
Jeff.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. You're one of the people that do, you sing with these guys, don't you?
Oh, yeah. And
is that what you call it?
Tonight is their open mic over at Mickey Finn's, so what I'm hoping is that our council meeting will get through everything before like 9 o'clock, and we can. In fact, you could even join me for open mic over at Mickey Finn's with Feed the Kitty.
There you go. If you won't talk so much, maybe we can get out of there at a reasonable time. So, or you argue with anybody. Now, what song are you going to ask them to sing tonight? Jeff, listen again. What song are you going to ask them to sing?
I don't know.
Or to play?
I sing.
No, okay. They're going to play and you're going to sing. What song is that?
Usually we do Superstition or Wonderwall. That's usually our thing, although I do like my new version of New York, New York. I do Redondo style. So that's although they're learning that one. That's still a new.
They're still learning that.
Jeff definitely has a style of his own.
Yeah, well, what'd you call him earlier?
I think the whitest man in the South Bay.
The whitest. You are the whitest man he's ever heard, actually. And I have to admit, I heard you do karaoke at the Galleon in Catalina, and I think you did Superstition.
Oh, I did that.
Yeah, it was sad. It was. Isn't that Jeff Beck did that? I think once a long time. That was real. Yeah, it was bad. But
I think we emptied out that place.
well, yeah, Stevie Wonder. He's really pissed right now that you sang. So you'll be there tonight. Why don't you get a new song? Sing. What? So give us. No, don't sing right now. But how long have you known these guys?
Oh my God! What, like 5-6 years?
Yep.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yep.
And in fact, they kind of our annual tradition. They do our 4th of July block party as well. And,
I've been there. I've been there when the cops come with the too loud and noisy.
So we are.
I think the cops come to listen. Actually, they enjoy it. It's amazing how many people show up to see Feed the Kitty. I mean, it's packed. It's amazing. I mean, they're incredible bands.
Well, that's good. Well, if we get out of there early tonight, then I will make a point of going with you to see Feed the Kitty tonight, but I won't be singing.
Oh, I think you should bring the whole council members and sing "I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing in Perfect Harmony."
That's right. I think we could do that, yeah. Why can't we all get along? Is there a song like that? Or
There should be.
There should be something like that. Okay. All right, Jeff, we'll let you go. Thanks, and keep listening, bro. All right.
Guys, good chatting.
Thanks, Jeff. Love you, dude.
See you, Jeff.
Bye-bye.
The whitest guy in the South Bay. He is.
Even
so
Stevie Wonder knows that.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. I know. Just listening to him. So let's talk. So I get in trouble here. Now you have music that's in movies, actual and real movies.
We got a
Real
song
movie.
placed in a movie called Lars and the Real Girl with Ryan Gosling. In what?
That was in 2008. It was actually up for an Oscar for Best Original Screenplay.
Lars and the Real Girl.
Lars and the Real
It's
Girl.
not something I would have watched.
It's a great movie.
You would love it.
You would
You'd
really
absolutely
like the
love it.
movie.
It's a great movie. It's called our song's called All Around Me.
Available on iTunes.
And you wrote this song.
We did.
Jack wrote that one.
Jack wrote.
Yep.
So you get the royalties and he doesn't.
That's correct.
Okay,
Just
good.
on that one.
Make sure he's a finance guy.
Oh, he lets me know. Believe me.
Okay. So every time the movie plays, you get a check.
I'd like to say that it's nothing to sneeze at, but it's something to sneeze at.
good.
It's not much.
Well, that's okay. It's still a check.
It's
A lot of little
free
checks
money,
are good.
basically.
That's
yeah.
right. So Ryan Gosling, I've heard of him, but
Yeah.
I don't. My daughters might have known that. Lars and the Magic.
Lars and the Real Girl.
Apparently, he's boyfriend material,
Okay,
according
Lars.
to the internet.
And what's the other movie you did?
There was a National Lampoon's movie called Cattle Call.
Which is god awful. It's just one of the worst movies you could probably ever wish to see.
I've seen some of their other movies when I was young. They're fun.
Some
You know,
are good, some are bad.
Cattle Call.
Cattle Call.
Who's a major star in that? None.
Alicia Silverstone.
No.
Who's
Oh,
in
a girl
it?
named Jenny Mullen.
No, I think Alicia Silverstone.
No, she was not.
Oh, wait.
No.
IMDb it. I don't know.
Michael
You have no
Bader
idea.
or something.
Okay.
And,
You do finish each other's sentences. It's amazing, and I guarantee you they're not having sex here. It's just. So you travel together around the world. You played.
We have.
Where's the farthest from Redondo Beach you've actually sang a song?
I'm going to say Rome, Italy.
That's pretty far. We went to Italy a few years ago for a month. Basically, we were hired to be a backing band for an up-and-coming singer from Cuba. Her name was Dunya. And we did a 1-month tour of Italy. Started in Torino, down to Savona, the Amalfi Coast, and then up to Rome. It was incredible. It was as one of those once-in-a-lifetime
They
opportunities.
pay all your expenses.
Paid all the
And then
expenses,
some, and got paid.
and we ate our way through the country.
Did you live the little rock star lifestyle when you're doing it?
I refuse to answer that question.
Like sweets and all that stuff, and girls. And
It was
Gelato every night.
There was some rough times. Sometimes we had to all three sleep in the same hotel room.
okay,
Yeah.
all 6 of you. Okay, and you're reminding everybody. It is called Feed the Kitty. That's right. So,
We had a great time.
Did you sing your own songs too, or did you sing cover songs, or she just sang? And
there were some opportunities to actually do.
We had 2 or 3 shows where they were Feed the Kitty shows. The rest of them we were doing our job, backing her up.
Right.
That's amazing. How did she discover you, or how did you get discovered for this?
We played a gig in Orange County in Laguna Niguel at the Ritz-Carlton, and the guy that was producing that show, we did it for a corporate event, and he just really liked us. A month later, he had gotten a call to be the manager for this tour.
Okay.
And be the producer, so he asked us to be the backing band, and it just worked out. It was great.
And that was for 2 months?
One month. June
okay.
of 2013.
Okay.
And the day we got back, we had a film crew pick us up, and we did a documentary. They followed us around.
Oh, based on that?
Well, it was just picking us up from LAX straight off of our first European.
You guys are the real deal.
Yeah. The documentary is about a working band, the ins and outs. There's
9 shows in 6 days.
That they followed us around. The film crew and the director of that was Kenny Stoff.
He was the director of photography for Sound City and the new one that just came out, Sonic Highways, with Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters.
Okay.
So we worked with his film crew, and it was a great experience. We're actually going to release that in about a month, right alongside the new
documentary?
Album. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not on Netflix or something right now?
No, the problem is that we're trying to still work out the copyright issues. There's a lot of cover songs in the documentary, so we're working all that out right now, but it'll be up on the net.
Early February, we're going to have the documentary and the album.
How does that work when you're at HT Grill playing somebody else's music? Do you have to pay, or how do they collect their money?
ASCAP.
Okay.
BMI.
Or BMI, they collect their money. I think each venue has to pay a certain amount each year to ASCAP or BMI.
And how do they know what songs you're playing?
They don't.
It's an honor system or something?
No, it's more like, I think, an overall lump sum fee.
And they know what songs are getting played. What's your number one song if I walked into...
oh, geez.
Okay, wait, rephrase it. I walk into Mickey Finn's tonight for this sing-along. What do you call it? Open mic.
Open mic.
What, other than Superstition from the white guy?
Karaoke, yes.
What is the number one song is requested?
I mean, it's a toss-up between Brown Eyed Girl and Freebird, but you never
right.
Freebird, you never know if they're joking or not. So I'd say Freebird.
Play Freebird.
Oh
yeah. No.
It's relentless.
I bet that's the number one song everyone wants to play anywhere.
It's it's turned into a joke.
Yeah, an old joke.
You could be at an Eagles concert and people are yelling out Freebird.
Freebird, right. That's right. How do I know that? Yeah. Yelling out Freebird.
Where I always say Freebird isn't free, and I point to the tip jar.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
So,
or then I give them a Freebird of my own.
But there you go. I don't see you really doing that. Now, if you were, if I walked in and said play Bertha, you couldn't do that yet. You'll learn
Grateful Dead. I don't even know if we could fake our way through that.
Country rock.
It's true. We don't know every song on the planet, but we know quite a few. I'd say thousands of songs.
Yeah, because like the band I heard at HT Grill play the night, they weren't playing Jerry Garcia licks. They were just playing Bertha. It was really good.
Yeah. Well, with the advent of the iPad, we can look up songs on the fly and songs we've never played before.
And you can lip sync anyway.
We just lip sync the whole thing.
You don't have to worry. Well, we were at, I think I've told this to Jay before, we were sitting behind the sound stage, the sound system, the computers, whatever you call it, at the Eagles concert. And my buddy Jeff Maloney used to be in that business. He was pointing out he goes, you hear the violins? I go, yeah. I go, there's no violins in the stage. And he goes, look at those guys. One of those guys are hitting that note. But the notes were going up. But they were all, well, when that time starts catching up to you, where it's all the time gone, when you're 62, you won't have the same voice. Anyway, now which one of you are the lead singer?
That would be me. I'm the lead singer.
Is that good or bad? Well, you're laughing there, Jed.
Well, Jed?
No.
Oh, you're the background guy that goes boom, boom, boom or something?
Yeah, with the bass.
No, with your voice, too.
Yeah, I sing very little backup.
Do you sing?
I do. I do all the.
No, I do all this booking, and we book 6 nights a week, and I feel bad making him.
So you're the sex symbol of the group. You
Definitely.
Don't work, really.
There's nothing to do with it.
He sings, plays guitar. You play bass and use your finance degree.
He has a girlfriend. I'm single.
That's the way that works.
That's the way. The lead guitarist gets all the girls, don't it?
No. Jed is what we call a coxman.
They find themselves right to him, huh?
They sure do.
You get me tongue-tied here. We are on the internet, so we can say whatever we want, but it is healthylife.net. All positive talk radio. Coxman's good, though.
Okay.
But, you know, at
John Mayer term.
I don't know at HT Grill if that's really a good thing. I'm not going there. We're going to take a break and come back as we compose ourselves. Hey there, welcome back to HealthyLife.net. Steve Aspel sitting here with Jed and Jack. It sounds like Peter and Simon or something, Peter and Gordon or something like that. You're like an old 60s long-haired group. Your hair's not quite as feminine. So I want to ask you, you guys do a lot of weddings, is that right?
We do.
You do. And
I'd say we do maybe
handful a year.
Yeah, 6 to 10 a year.
6 to 10 a year now. Do people ask you to do the chicken dance and stuff like that?
You
do it?
You know what? I can honestly and proudly say we've never done the chicken dance.
We've done a lot of things.
We've done a lot of things, but not that.
You've done a lot of bad things. Hit on all the single female guests there, I guess. But so you do weddings, bar mitzvahs, anything like that.
Divorce parties.
Whatever pays.
Whatever writes the check, because your finance guy from Arizona says so. So we actually have somebody else that called in. I think it would be Steve, Boston Steve. We'll just go with that. Boston Steve Solberg here. Go Ravens. But hey, how you doing there, Boston Steve? Say hi.
How you guys doing today?
Good, man.
Hey, I just wanted to chime in for a little bit. I did hear the Raven comment there, so I'm immune to that.
Well, wait, I'll catch you up. I am cheering for the Boston Patriots, the New England Patriots. I want them.
Cheaters.
Yeah, I can't with a straight face say go Cowboys for next weekend. So you got my vote.
Okay, good.
But I wanted to chime in regards to the band and the positive influences that those guys create, whether they know it or not. The guy that might be hanging out and just doesn't have anything to do, and when finds out that they're playing, might take the time to go and enjoy the experience, 3 or 4 hour experience, whatever it is that they're playing, whatever local venue. And it's just a real uplifting experience. And the way Jack gets the entire crowd involved, it's not just he's playing and singing at them. He's talking and interacting with them along the way. And with Jed's contagious laugh, it's just a wonderful experience. And I think everybody should promote this band as much as they can.
Well, thanks.
Thank you, Steve.
That's why we have him here. But so you're saying that only if somebody has nothing to do, they go and see him?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so, but if I can break another engagement to go see them too, right?
Well, being a Southern California transplant, I know that there's so many things for Southern California people to do throughout their work week and their weekends. But, you know, if they can find the time to have a great experience, they should go check out this band at the different locations that they play at weekly.
And where do you usually watch them play or listen to them?
Where is it that I usually watch them?
Yeah.
I usually watch them at the that would be the Hennessy's Tavern Grill.
Hennessy's Tavern Grill.
We like to call it HT Grill.
HT Grill.
My first experience was when I lived about 97 steps away from that location, and it was hard not to go there and listen to them. And when they're playing twice a week, it was just a great experience. And then the fact that you can become chums and buddies with the band, because that's the type of guys that they are. Invite them over and have an after party at your place, and Jed will bring the women. I'll bring the beer. You know?
I've walked those 97 steps. Stumbled.
Jed brings the women. I thought Jack got the women. Jed brings this infectious laugh. It's not always infectious with if he's hanging out at HT Grill. So,
but Steve is one of these guys that, like I said,
he's a good guy.
He's a great guy and embraced the band. We've embraced the community, and the South Bay is, as they describe, it's a bubble, but that's because nobody wants to leave, right? It's because there's everything you need. And, I mean, I live in Costa Mesa, and when I come up here, I can't walk down the street or go to the store without, somebody coming up, hey, feed the kitty, and getting recognized. And it's really been a beautiful thing. And Steve has been, just a perfect example of that.
Well, hey, Steve, thanks for calling in. I'm glad he has a good groupie. All right, keep listening, bro.
Thank you, Steve.
Bye-bye.
You keep playing HT Grill. I've changed name to Feed the Cougar. Sorry, ladies.
Not a bad
idea.
idea.
In trouble for that.
Not a bad idea.
You are playing in the the finest city in California.
Hell of a city.
Finest mayor around too. So
very
that mayor's a hell of a guy. And boy, if this ever gets played on any one of my re-election things, I will probably get reelected handily. I'm a regular guy here.
We'll play your inauguration.
So you ever get anybody that's really angry that comes up and, I don't know, you're playing at bars late at night. Tell me as you get people.
We're usually making people happy, but it's.
But yeah, I know you're like infectious. That's funny. That's in a complimentary way. That's
but
great.
No, it's a good question because there's those people that'll be like, play My Night Girl right now. Go. Let's go now. Or those kind of things, or the guy last night. Or
there'll be just people that really have no social skills and don't understand how rude they are actually being.
Right.
And then you add alcohol into that mix, and yeah, you can get some ornery folk.
You find that people they want to blame alcohol, but they were just rude people when they woke up.
Yeah.
So
alcohol is only the icing on the cake.
It brings out the true spirit. But I actually found a way to get Friend of the Devil out of that group over there at HG Grill. A $20 bill.
That's right.
That worked.
And
I did tell them I've got to leave in about 10 minutes. Well, we'll get to it. It wasn't on their list right away. I said, okay, if you can get to it, I threw a $20 bill in there. Boom. Came right up. Yeah. Money buys.
Well, it's amazing.
It's
amazing if you wave money in front of us, how we all of a sudden know how to play whatever they want.
Exactly. Because by that, you play at 11 o'clock at night, no one knows.
Exactly.
We might know Bertha.
You might know. We'll just play it.
How much money you got?
Jerry Garcia forgot the words every time he sang it, so it never sounds the same. You ever listen to a Grateful Dead concert, listen to music on the records?
Well, it's like the old joke. It's what did the Deadhead say to the other one when the drugs wore off?
The music sucks.
Yeah. This band sucks.
This band sucks, yeah. I know that one. Well, sometimes it does. You guys are in the music business, but I know when my wife and I went to a lot of Dead concerts, and anytime the drum solo came on, because I'm a big fan of drummers, we'd go for a walk. They'd have a half-hour drum solo. They'd play Space when they're just tuning their instruments, and people are standing there, just waving their heads. I go, this kill me. I leave the room. But in fact, we went to the Forum to see the other ones or the Grateful whatever after Jerry Garcia died.
Yeah.
And we actually left at halftime because it's like trying to go back and recapture something. It wasn't the same.
No.
And the funny thing was about the pot. Some guy's following us out, and he looks at me and goes, man, I got to get out of here. I go, why? He goes, I got a parole hearing tomorrow. True story. He goes, they're going to test me, and this room stinks. That's true. And my wife doesn't partake at all. I haven't in a long time, honey. But, the Grateful Dead, they're gone. But I love their music.
I do, too.
But so what else? Give me some bands you grew up to. What was your influence?
I grew up with the 80s rock, Motley Crue, Guns N' Roses, Cinderella, Poison, all that. Fun.
You were the hair hard rock.
Yeah, I was. That's what got me at my age. What about you, Jeff?
I was not. I was more of a Pink Floyd, Zeppelin, into Harry Nilsson. Got into.
Yeah, Harry. I can see you do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then into more funk bands like Jamiroquai. Prince is probably my biggest influence. I love Prince.
You cannot finish this line, but she's breaking my heart. She's tearing me apart. So, hell with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know.
Harry Nilsson. Yeah.
Yep.
That came out before you were born. That's
probably.
I think I had the album 1971 or 72.
Was that Schmielson? Yeah.
Yeah. It was way back when. I had it back when I lived in Marina Del Rey. That was funny. So give me some other music you liked.
Oh, I mean.
Any single. You said you played once with Maher, the other Maher.
Well, we went to the same school. I went to Berklee School of Music in Boston. John Mayer happened to be there at the same time.
Okay.
We did some shows there, at the school, around town. We got in some trouble together.
You had a radio show?
Well, Johnny had a radio show in Emerson. I would call in and act like a dork on the air.
Okay. That's not hard.
And John put you in one of his music videos.
I'm in a music video called Clarity, which is a John Mayer video.
And what are you doing in there?
Is that street musician on the pier?
Yeah.
Something like that?
With my buddy D.
D?
Yeah, who plays drums.
How about you?
It was right before I met him. A couple months. I was pissed. Well, I would have been there.
So do you guys play 80s music now, though?
We play anything you want.
No, if somebody called you and said, would you play nothing but 80s music?
Oh, yeah,
certainly.
But do you have the sound for it? Are you loud enough for?
Oh, yeah.
We got it.
We got it handled.
You got it handled. You didn't do anything, right?
You got it, man.
So why is it some of these bands, remember Cream, they had the big sound. They had a bassist, a guitarist, obviously real great, and the drummer, Ginger Baker. And then some bands, you have to have 8 musicians in them. What?
We get told that we sound like more than 3 people a lot.
Okay.
Actually.
Yeah, I think it's just the way you play. Honestly, it's technique. It's doing it. If you play with a trio for 7 to 8 years, you're going to develop a much larger sound because you have to do things in order to compensate for, like you say, maybe less musicians on stage.
So when Jeff Ginsburg walks in tonight and asks you to play Sweet Caroline, you can do that?
We can do that.
Really?
And
From
we will.
AC/DC to Neil Diamond.
All 12 keys.
I don't know anything about keys. Don't ask me about that. Yeah, someone asked me a dream group. I always thought of Neil Diamond fronting for the Grateful Dead. That's how eclectic my taste is. Yeah,
the Grateful Diamond.
The Grateful Diamond. That's a good one right there. So, okay, back to we got a minute for a break. What is other than Freebird, what's the worst song I could request that you hate to play?
I'd say Brown Eyed Girl. I mean, that's really,
Why is that? Because everybody wants to sing it?
Yeah. It's just one of those that makes me cringe, but I'll do it.
Is that because no matter how bad our voices are, we can still sing it or something?
It's just a sing-along. Everybody knows it. And, drunk girls love that song, and they just come up, and I just know they're going to say it before they even open their mouth.
Oh, girls sing it?
Well, girls like it.
Okay.
They request it.
See, I couldn't use it because my wife's got beautiful blue eyes. So I cannot sing a blue-eyed girl.
You know, as much as I hate playing maybe Sweet Home Alabama, we start the opening lick, and the entire place just goes crazy.
I bet you they would.
It's just...
Yeah,
weird.
Or
one Journey, Don't Stop Believing.
However,
I didn't want to bring that up. I really didn't.
I have to take a break on Journey. That's the one. Welcome back to HealthyLife.net. This is Steve Aspel sitting here with Jed and Jack. And we want to play a couple licks off of one of their CDs, and he's setting it up right now. And then we're going to talk about some of the shows they got coming up and some charity events they're playing. And let's just slide right into that. I'm like Jim Ladd.
I'm going country today. That's where the money's at anyway. Fast women and movie stars, fancy cars and new guitars. I could go far on a hit parade if I could just get this record played. Rejection notice on the wall. Have another drink and chuck it all. I drove my broken heart in my truck to the mini mart. Spent my last 5 on a quick hit. It's just the short end of the stick. I'm going country, wait and see. Get Nashville on the phone, I know they want to talk to me. 10,000 people scream, it's a musician's dream. And me and my dog, we're flying first class. I'm going country, say it out loud. I'm going country. I'm going country, I'll make my mama proud. Buy a house with a gated fence, it's for mama, spare no expense. She never thought we'd have a cent. This country song, I pay the rent. I'm going country, wait and see. Get Nashville on the phone, I know they want to talk to me. 10,000 people scream, it's a musician's dream. And me and my dog, we're flying first class. I'm going country today. That's where the money's at anyway. Fast women and movie stars, fancy cars and new guitars. I could go far on a hit parade if I could just get this record. Oh, baby, if I could just get this record. You know what I'm gonna say. If I could just get this record played.
Wow. Live from Nashville, Johnny Cash. No, that was Feed the Kitty.
That's right.
Wow, he must have been a musical influence then, a little Johnny Cash.
Oh, definitely.
That's incredible. Now, you guys you played all the instruments.
We did.
You did?
Oh, we brought in
we had a pedal steel player.
Okay, I heard that.
We're
in the
not
background.
that good.
Well, you're good. That's incredible. You know, that's the right market. My kids listen to country.
Right on, I know.
That's all they listen to. in the house.
So that's what that song's kind of about. It's like
21 and 24 years old.
I know. We're going country.
We're going country.
That's where the money is.
That's where the money's at.
Because you know what? You can understand the lyrics.
Yeah. They're fun. We talked about a truck, moms.
You get a piece of this? Did you help write it?
We helped co-write it with somebody else.
Okay, so but Jed gets a little piece of this one, right?
You know what? I'll slip him a 20. I'll slip him a 20 later on.
You'll play Bertha for me then, okay? So that's incredible. But you guys are really good.
Thanks, man.
I've heard you. I really have heard you.
I know.
This is a song off our new record.
And I was tapping my toe.
I saw that.
I caught myself. Everybody, I was tapping my toe to country.
That's going to be off our new record. That's going to be out in about a month. You can get onto iTunes now and buy some of our music. We have 3 of the songs on there, and the rest of the album's coming up soon.
Now, when you sit down and write a song, how long did that song take you?
That song was actually presented to us, and we kind of took it to the next level.
So who wrote the lyrics?
That would be...
it's a guy in the village, one of our buddies, Brad. You may know him. He's a good friend of ours. All these people that come jam with us on these Tuesday nights, we've become friends with, and we've written with them, and we've jammed with them, and we've decided to write a couple of their songs. Wow. But that's a good question when we do write our songs, because we've got a bunch on that album, and we've written hundreds of songs. It could be 10, 20 minutes and you write a hit song, or you could work on one for years and years and still be trying to work it out.
True.
And we've done that with both of those kind of songs.
You wake up in the middle of the night with a catchy phrase in your head or something.
All the time. And you got to write it down or...
Now,
lose it.
Yep.
You got to write it down. You always have paper. Oh, you use your
computer. You use your phone now, yeah.
Okay, you don't
it helps.
So you didn't bring other songs with you. We couldn't download it. Okay, so are your other songs like this? I would say, if you ask me, I don't know about music, I'd say that's country.
That is country. But again, that might be a little misleading because we have a lot of rock songs. We have funk songs. These are like basically the song kind of calls for a certain style, and we'll just do whatever style that is.
Okay.
So a song called Going Country, you want to be, obviously have a country song.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy our stuff on iTunes, but you can also go to ReverbNation.com and listen to 5 or 6 of the new tracks that are on there right now. And it's kind of our website. You can go to
wow.
And maybe you can tell us what style we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can play everything. So you want to get to the point where you're going to go to some place and play all your own music?
Absolutely. We'll start showcasing this album. We're going to play the Viper Room in March and hit all the Hollywood showcases. We're going to Las Vegas in March 19th, 20th, and 21st. We're going to be at Mickey Finn's. Yeah, and that's going to be a little CD release party celebration weekend of the album. But in town, we're at HT Grill every Wednesday and Sunday at 9 o'clock. Every Tuesday, we're at Mickey Finn's for the open mic night. Every Friday, we're at Salt Creek Grill in El Segundo. That's an early show from 6:30 to 9:30. And then Thursday, Saturdays, we're kind of all over the place. We do Sharks Cove. We do Baleen. We do... We're at Patrick Malloy's this Sunday at 5 o'clock on the Hermosa Pier. We do Hennessy's down there and Waterman's. There's a couple charity events we got coming up. One is, I think it's February 7th. We're at the the Neptunian Women's Club of Manhattan Beach for a charity event. And also, on March 1st, we're going to be in Hermosa Beach. And it's Adrian's Search for Children's Cancer Cure, benefiting leukemia and lymphoma. And that's at the Kiwanis Club, the Women's Club of Hermosa Beach. I think it's that Kiwanis Club right there.
Down there in Valley.
Yeah, Kiwanis Hall. Yeah. And this is our 3rd year in a row doing that. We love doing charity shows. And
Adrian is amazing and inspirational.
Yep.
And
is there a kid in Hermosa?
It's a lady. Our friend.
Our friend Adrian. She's a cancer survivor and does this charity, raises a lot of money, and it's just a really great cause. And we do it every year.
What's Adrian's last? Slaughter?
Slaughter.
Yeah.
I know Adrian.
Yeah,
she's great. I've been trying to get her on this show.
Hey.
Oh, yeah?
I've done the Walk for the Cure with her. She's amazing.
I know.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not.
She's like an inspiration to everybody.
I know.
You're telling me.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah, she's incredible. Well, invite us to that one. I didn't.
Cool.
You've now been invited.
You got to
March
remind
1st.
me. I'm old. I'm not allowed to go to Pier Avenue. I'm too old for that.
Ooh.
Oh, my. I walk into Pier Avenue, the kids run. They go, the narcs are here.
The cops are here.
The cops are here. Look at, it's just, my wife could pull it off. I can't. They go, look at that old fat bald guy. The cops are here. But I can go see Adrian down there at Kiwanis Hall.
Yep.
On Valley and her.
Yeah.
Oh, in Hermosa by the big park.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know right where it is, where Artesia ends. Okay, we'll take a break and come back in a minute. Welcome back to HealthyLife.net. Steve Aspel sitting here with Jed Motley and Jack Maher.
Maher.
I don't get it yet, but Maher is good. I know you. I'll just call you by Jack.
Funny story about that.
Go ahead.
I was. It's spelled the same as Bill Maher, right? With Politically Incorrect and his new show, Real Time. And I went to a taping of Politically Incorrect. And before the show, he comes out and asks and answers questions from the audience. So, of course, I stood up and, raised my hands, and he called on me instantly and said, yeah. I said, Bill, we have the same last name, you and me. But I found nobody knows how to pronounce my last name all my life. People just mispronounce it. He goes, oh, my gosh, yeah, me too. It's been like the bane of my existence. And he goes, how do you say it? I said, Maher. And he said, see, that's wrong. And everybody started laughing, and I said, well, that's the way my family's always said it, so I think that's right. And he goes, well, are you of Irish descent? And I said, yeah. And he goes, well, in Ireland, they pronounce it Mar. And I said, yeah, well, they pronounce everything wrong over there. And the whole crowd lost it, and he's like, you smart-ass kids. Next question.
Sit down.
Yeah.
He's a dick anyway. So glad you put him in his spot.
Thank you.
I used to listen to him, but it got too far out for me even. So your drummer didn't call in.
Typical drummers.
So what's that?
Why is it the guy that keeps time in the band can't keep time on his watch? I don't understand.
Can he really keep time?
Yeah.
Is that good?
Well, not on his watch.
Well, was that on your song? Was that him or a machine?
That was him.
Okay, so he wouldn't just stand there.
He is the machine. We call him the drum machine.
He's that good.
Shumway the money, we call him.
When he shows Shumway the money, when he shows up, do you help him carry all his gear in, or does he has a lot of stuff?
Drummers have more stuff. And that is a part of it. We've always been pretty good with helping each other out.
Okay.
There's nights where we let him do it by himself, but.
Yeah.
So what do you call a guy who hangs out with musicians?
The drummer.
Okay, that's what I want to know. So what is, how many guitars do you take into tonight? How many will you take?
I have one guitar and one guitar only.
Okay, how about you?
Same thing. One guitar. We got backups at home, but You
don't switch them off like all the cool guys. I got to put this guitar on.
You find one, it's weird. We're seeing people switch off all the time.
A guy like me who's having a drink or watching, I don't care. It all sounds, we like you or we don't.
Right.
You know the nuance of the different guitars. I don't, but most of your patrons don't care. But then it looks cool when you switch it up and that little thing on you got to move that little thing up and down.
The thing.
Like you know what it is. Yeah. Like no one out in the audience knows it. Can you guys read music or do you guys do it by ear?
I can read music.
You have a degree in it. You can read finance sheets.
Exactly. Spreadsheets.
Can you read?
No.
No. Okay.
No, but there's something called tablature these days, or it's probably been around forever, and you can not know how to read music, but you can still kind of learn how to play a lick or a part.
Well, I'm not criticizing you. I was curious.
No, that's it.
Jed and I have actually worked out a system where I think it's called the Nashville method, where I just call out numbers, and he knows what chord to go to. He knows what note to play. So if we're doing a song we've never done, I can just instantly say, hey, 6, 4, 1, 5, 1, and then he knows what to do.
Over the years, I know what to do. It's crazy. He's really taught me a lot. He's educated with music, and I wasn't when we met, and he's taught me a lot.
Now, when you were first in Arizona doing this, were you just brand new at the bass, and you wanted to?
Well, I picked up the guitar when I was 12 years old.
Right. We all did.
Yeah.
We didn't continue like you guys.
He didn't put it down.
I didn't, and. When I was 22 years old, I was at the University of Arizona. Everyone played guitar. Everyone I knew that knew an instrument, it was guitar. I thought, well, if I switch to bass, I think I might have a job here.
I'm gonna get some gigs.
It's a lot easier.
Wow, yeah, okay, that's what it is. That's why Jay does it. Okay.
I'm gonna learn how to play the piccolo so I can get some.
That's right.
Sweet
now,
gigs.
Can you play bass also?
Sure.
He's a better bassist than I am.
Well, that's nice of you to say. I'll be
great.
the judge of that. I might hear you play sometime. Pick up a Paul McCartney. You want to play left-handed? Then try that.
All right.
Now, is that a true thing I saw on Facebook about what's the guy the rap Kanye West? All his followers were going, I gave Paul McCartney a chance.
It's hard to say. Now they've come out and said that they were just kidding. But again,
all the Twitter
maybe they're just embarrassed. I don't know.
There's probably some young people that don't know his name and don't know who he is. I was thinking about it.
It's the internet. Who the hell knows what's real?
Yeah.
I know. It's kind of funny. But yeah, you have to always check this stuff out.
Snopes.com. Check it out.
Yeah, people call me and say, well, I heard it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Bible.
Okay.
Right there. Put it in the Vatican right now. Must be real stuff. People come in all the time and come to me about the mayor things. Because I saw on Facebook about this thing you're building. Where'd you hear that? Facebook? He goes, I go, then it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Don't worry about it. Whatever you guys say. And, I only look at the people I want to look at. Because, I don't know. No one ever gives you bad reviews, but I get some bad reviews here and there, I'm sure. And I'm sure because I sneak a peek now and again. But it's amazing. But are you guys on Yelp? I mean, can you Yelp a band?
I don't know. That's interesting.
I don't think we are, but the reviews on all the restaurants and bars, I go on there and I see us in there a little bit.
We're mentioned in a good light, at least.
Well, yeah. When Susie brought you out to talk to me the other night about coming on the program, she was just gushing.
Yes, we love Susie. Susie loves
great.
us.
Yeah,
Seriously,
well,
she's great.
You do have a following down there. It's
incredible. Yeah, whether we like it or not.
Yeah, apparently.
So. If I wanted to really piss you off tonight, what song?
Freebird.
Freebird.
Oh, that'll piss me off in a minute.
Brown-eyed girl. What's the third worst?
Oh.
If you say Moondance, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah, he doesn't like Moondance.
You don't like Van what's
I love Van Morrison. I don't know. That song doesn't do it for me.
How about Jump?
Oh, I don't know. Well, we could probably fake it.
You say Jump, I say How High.
Okay, that's right.
I say Van Halen.
Yeah, you got a $20 bill in your hand, you'll say How High.
That's right.
Can you imagine me trying to be, what's his name?
Oh, that would be awesome.
Oh, yeah, I'd get a tight suit. Yeah. Yeah, get me up there. Nah, I'd have to sing Sweet Caroline. They'll go, bum, bum, bum.
That's the easy go-to.
That's the drunk go-to, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah.
That's fun to play at the end of the night. Everyone.
It really is.
What's the Frank? People ask you to play Frank Sinatra?
Oh, they ask us for anything and everything.
Did you play it then?
Sure.
I can walk and say, Mike, he's going to play New York, New York.
Yeah,
we can do it.
We can stumble through it.
But no one cares.
No, nobody cares.
That's the thing.
That's why you guys play HT Grill. See, guys like me are home by the time you're on.
The great thing about a gig like HT is that it's on a Wednesday and a Sunday, which are notoriously kind of hard nights to book anyway, and it's a paying gig. It keeps our chops up. It keeps us on our toes. We're having fun.
That's my bedtime. That's the problem. I remember I asked Dennis Needleman at Brixton a while back. They had Dave Mason. I go, I love Dave Mason. Why do you have him on so late? Because we want to. Look at everybody in the audience wants to be home by now. He goes, well, you going to pay $100 a ticket? I said, no. He goes, well, I need you to spend $100 on booze and keep you here. So, do you play any Dave Mason songs?
Sure.
Yeah, really, in your repertoire.
Yeah, we do.
What's the song?
Feeling All Right? Did he write that?
I don't know.
I know he wrote it. He sang it.
Yeah.
He sang it.
But we get that request more than...
Feeling All Right?
What do you think? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, especially since Joe Cocker has passed.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Joe Cocker stole the song. Well, he made it big.
He covered it.
I don't mean
He made them all sound better.
I loved them both. Joe Cocker was great. He was incredible. Okay, we're going to take a break, come back and close this baby out. Welcome back to HealthyLife.net. I'm sitting here with a happy married couple, Jed Motley and Jack Maher.
Yes.
I got it!
You got it.
Yeah, it took the closing segment. But I really appreciate you guys coming on here because I actually laugh more than I normally do in these things. And you're really good. Your song's great.
Thank you, man.
I want to hear some more.
I'm going to vote for you now.
You live in Costa Mesa.
Oh, well.
I actually, trust me. When people call me with a problem, I go, where do you live? I live in Manhattan Beach. Thank you very much, but I go back and bitch over there. Or a lot of people live in Torrance. They think they live in Redondo Beach. I should go back and call somebody else. I don't really care. But I do care about you guys, and you're very good. And if we can get out of City Council early enough tonight, I'll bring my wife and daughters down.
Awesome.
Trip.
Cool.
Pam, you're going to go to see Feed the Kitty tonight at Mickey Finn's. All right, everybody. Thanks, guys. Jed, Jack.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks
for being here. I had you.